If you're unfamiliar with these apps, they host live trivia games every day on your phone for free and give away money every game. If you have heard of these games, you've probably heard about HQ. But a company down in Charleston is getting in on the game, trying to compete with that top dog in the trivia game.
As families file into the MUSC Health Stadium on Daniels Island in Charleston for a movie night, they have no idea they're just steps away from a sleeping giant. This nondescript building just steps from the home of the Charleston Battery Soccer Club, oddly enough is the home of the Q. A live trivia app that hosts nightly games to thousands of viewers to try and win money. But they aren't the only players in the live trivia game. They're going up against HQ, an app started by the founders of the former social network Vine, with millions of players every night. But they're the only one that's based out of South Carolina.
Plane tickets are cheaper than rent and people in other major cities, so we have an advantage.
Will Jamieson's company provides streaming services to businesses who need them, and the hunt to find clients led him into the trivia market.
When we saw HQ was struggling with their video, first thought was, hey, that'd be a great enterprise customer of ours. Didn't get a response, and figured that we could compete in the space. We felt like we'd be missing out on an opportunity if we didn't go heads down and try and compete.
Without much advertising since their launch in December, the app is still under the radar in comparison to HQ. To grow and compete, the Q will need more funding, which can be hard to come by as an unestablished brand.
Most of them are going to see 10 ideas over a year period of time, and they're going to fund 3. You know, if you are going after venture money, you really, really have to have your stuff together. You have to know what you're doing.
This team isn't just focused on their American competition. They just launched IQ Live, the Indian counterpart to the Q, sending Will across the globe.
4 different time zones halfway around the world, in places I've never been. So, I mean, it's taxing on the body, but it's also part of running a business.
Back in the Low Country, the Q team is preparing their Friday afternoon game. Quizmaster Liz Harper has been in charge of writing the questions since her first day on the job, and it's up to her to make the game challenging but not impossible.
I'm not here to just ruin people's lives or anything like haha gotcha, but you also want to make it fun for people and you want to have a few people win.
And the man in charge of reading those questions most days is Joseph Monahan, or J-Mo as he's known around the office. And he's a stark difference to the suit-wearing Scott Rogowski, host of HQ. Even though the game is still in its early stages, he's already gotten recognized.
I was walking by a bar that I wasn't even going into, but the bouncer asked me if I was that trivia guy, so that was the first time.
J-Mo may not always be the host of the Q, but one thing about the app will remain constant.
We'll definitely stay in Charleston, South Carolina. We're growing quickly. We may outgrow this office, but we'll be in Charleston.
If you want to play the Q, it's free to download in the App Store and Google Play. Games are daily at 5:30 and 8:30. I've been playing for a while now and haven't won yet, but I can assure you at home, you probably got a better chance to win than me, so give it a shot. Live in the newsroom, John Wagoner, back to you guys.